How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, all things considering, pretty good.
Yeah. Where are you hunkered down at?
I'm at home in Ontario, and I'm in the basement of my house right now.
Yeah, it looks like it needs some paneling or some work
It
to be
does.
done now.
It definitely does. We got a lot of stuff in here, as you can see. There's the infamous mic stand is right there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been rehearsing here. So yeah, the band's been doing some rehearsing and stuff.
Yeah, you guys have been doing these virtual tours and stuff like that. So all the guys are up in Ontario then with you, I take it.
That's right. Yeah, Mike is. He's in Connecticut, so we're kind of doing what we can. Without him for the time being. So these acoustic things we can pretty much pull off without him. But it'd be nice. Be nice to get together here, play some real shows soon.
Yeah, no doubt. I was talking about this before we went live. Do you remember the first time I think I interviewed you guys was when you were in 3 Days Grace and we were in Las Vegas? Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
I think I interviewed you guys in Las Vegas at Mandalay Bay. It was you guys along with Godsmack. I interviewed Drowning Pool and Buck Cherry, and then we went and saw Nickelback that night.
Okay,
It was this whole big thing. Anyways, I don't expect you to remember it, but it was just kind of a weird story. I just thought of it in my head as I was getting ready to talk.
Right. Yeah, I've been to we've been to Vegas a bunch, and there was one particular weekend that we ended up in Vegas to do a show, and we spent the weekend there, and I don't remember anything from that weekend. It was kind of I literally blacked out that weekend, so that I don't think it was the same weekend, but yeah, my memories of Vegas aren't all that good.
Yeah, one weekend you spent a year in Vegas. I got you. Yeah, that can happen out there.
Yeah,
but yeah, no kidding. So, what kind of things outside of doing the band stuff and these virtual tours have you been doing to kill time?
You know what? The main thing I've been doing is writing music. It's quite the opportunity just to sit at home and come up with ideas and all that. So, yeah, we're sending ideas back and forth. The band, a lot of really good starts to songs already in the bag. So that's a good thing, doing that, and of course just spending time with family, with my little guy and my wife. It's nice to be able to hang out at home, and we're fortunate enough that this is kind of what we do when we're not touring anyway, is just hang out with family stuff. So yeah, no complaints really.
Yeah. So I talked to Sully. Of course, Sully's on one of your songs on the latest record, Flawed Design, and he said that he was having a hard time writing. It's I don't know, not exactly sure. I don't write songs, so I'm not sure what the blockage was for him. But is it easier for you, or are you finding it difficult too?
I was actually just thinking about this today. For the first I don't know however long it's been like 8 weeks or something now. For about the first month, I found it really difficult to write songs. It was almost like just being forced into, because there's nothing else to do. So go up to the studio and write something, and it was really, I've only just started to come up with, cool stuff and real stuff over the last week. So yeah, it is a little bit difficult when it's just, everything stops and that's sort of expected or whatever. So yeah, it's not easy, but it takes a long time for me anyway to get into a like the groove or whatever.
Yeah. I would imagine if you just put yourself in a room with a guitar and a piece of paper and say write a song, it's probably difficult. But when you're cruising down the road and something inspires you or whatever the case is, that's probably a lot easier. Is probably what you're saying, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what else have you been doing? Have you been out to the stores, or what's going on up there where you are? Like how are people reacting to all this stuff?
I think it's probably pretty much the same as it is everywhere else. It's the town's pretty much locked down, but stores like Walmart and Home Depot and all that stuff. It's Walmart's open, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I've been out a few times just to get necessities at the grocery store and the odd thing from like Walmart or something. But all the little mom and pop shops are really struggling. And this town here that we live in is, there's a lot of those little stores. So it's pretty, I think it's pretty rough for the economy, I guess, everywhere. But just trying to get through it, right? Doing what we can.
Yeah, I talked about this a lot with a lot of guys like Lee from Pop Evil and different guys like even Sully and stuff. But it's kind of weird how in this world that we're so like kind of socially distanced and apart, you're kind of getting closer to the rock stars. I mean, I've never seen your basement before, and the fans
Right.
get a chance to see all this kind of stuff. It's like, do you think that this might be like maybe even a new norm when things kind of return to normal?
I think so. I mean, it feels that way. It feels like this is so far. It's been being stuck at home and connecting with fans has been really, really cool. So yeah, I have a feeling. I mean, I know for us and for me, I think we'll continue to do as much of this as we can. You know, when we're not on tour and when we have time to be able to sit and do live streams and stuff. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty much the norm now. And yeah, I'm not sure if it'll stick, but it'll probably be a little bit more prominent than it used to be.
Yeah, it's like when I was a kid growing up and you had to look at magazines or whatever. Now you got the internet and things are moving a little bit faster as far as what your favorite rock stars are doing. And now people can tune in all over the world here and watch you talk to me. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's fun.
Is your hair getting as bad as mine here? I don't know.
Yeah, my hair.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Yeah. It's in rough shape. I gave it a little bit of a dye job and let it grow out a little bit just to see what would happen, and then I rushed down here to get on and talk with you, and I just grabbed my Lovers or Lunatics toque and threw it on. Had to.
Yeah, your toque. For those who aren't in Canada, that's a hat, right?
What's that?
A toque. For those who aren't in Canada, that's just a hat.
Losing you a little.
Yep, you there?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah,
I'm just saying, you just said toque. It's kind of funny. We don't really hear that down here on South. So I grew up in Buffalo.
I know.
Yeah, I grew up in Buffalo, and I spent half my life here in Detroit. So I'm part Canadian as well. So,
right.
You know, played hockey for the last 42 years and whatnot. So,
toque is definitely a Canadian thing. It's beanie down in the States, right? So
yeah, that's right, and that's Jacoby's line, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So how badly do you miss the stage? Are doing these virtual tours kind of filling the void for you, or do you really want to be out there really in front of people?
No, I mean, for me, I really want to be playing shows, especially now. I mean, we literally just put out Flawed Design, the new record, in October, and then we had tours planned, and it was like the start of our cycle. So, yeah, it's a bummer, man. We were stoked to go on tour, you know, start playing shows and get out there. So, yeah, it's not really filling the void. It's you know, it's a good way, like I was saying, good way to stay connected with people. But yeah, there's nothing like playing a real live show in front of people, you know.
Yeah, and especially like you said, since the record did come out, I know how exciting it can be for people to get out there and play this new music for the fans and kind of get the reaction because you've been holed up in a studio and you want to see how these songs go over and what kind of connects with the fans too.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's really. I mean, yeah, it's tough to know what. Yeah, there's just nothing like touring. It's a whole different world, and yeah, it's a lot different.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna take this off real fast here. I don't know if you can.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's getting kind of hot here in the studio.
Yeah.
Are you missing? You missing hockey?
Yeah, absolutely. I am missing the watching the Red Wings in dead last there. You know.
Hey, I have a comeback for that one too. They've recently been playing all the Stanley Cup championship games on TV out here. And our last championship game was in HD. So
right. You can't go. They're not playing the series from 1967. The last time the Leafs won.
No. Not here. No. But you guys were kind of rocking and rolling there for a little while. I'm trying to remember since days kind of run together. Babcock got fired earlier this year, right? That was in the big November.
That's right. Yeah.
That was this year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then I played a lot of hockey with guys that played from, and I've heard all sorts of different things. But it's like, of course, he lived here for a long time.
Yeah.
But you guys had a good, strong team up there. I mean, you still do.
Yeah, the team's really good. I mean, a couple pieces missing for sure. A little bit of toughness. There's not much of that. There's a lot of finesse, a lot of firepower. They can score goals and stuff, but it's keeping the puck out of the net. Seems to be the problem. The last couple of years. So I think if we're able to put a couple pieces in place, they should have a good shot at it. But I've been saying that for like 20 years. So who knows?
How excited were you when John Tavares got traded to the team?
Oh yeah, super stoked. Absolutely. I've got a Tavares jersey upstairs in my closet. Actually, me and my son. My son's 3 years old, or 2.5. So got him a Tavares jersey. Myself one. Just waiting to sport it and get to the game.
now, traveling around the country and around the world and stuff. Have you got a chance to watch like games? I watched a game this year in Las Vegas, which was awesome. But do you get a chance to watch some of these games from other places and meet some of the players?
Yeah, sometimes. It's not very often that we get a chance to do it. One that stands out to me, we actually years ago with 3 Days Grace, we went to right after we played a show. We were in Pittsburgh and we went there to the Igloo, like the old arena that they had, and it was actually the night that they were announcing that they had a new arena being presented or whatever it was. So Mario Lemieux was there, and it was a big deal. So after we made it there for the third period, we watched the third period, and then they brought us down to the dressing room area, and all the guys were walking by, so we chatted with Sidney Crosby and Colby Armstrong for a bit, and Mario Lemieux was kind of in the room walking around. It was really cool. That one stands out. We've got a few friends that play hockey for sure. Brad Lukowicz played with the Stars, and Lukowicz, he's a good friend of ours. So met some players through him, and it's really cool. A lot of athletes tend to want to hang out with musicians, and it seems like musicians always want to hang out with athletes, so it kind of works out well. Same kind of.
I don't know if I ever asked you. Do you play hockey? I think that's a law in Canada, right? Isn't it? Yeah.
You have to have it's on your license or whatever, whether you play or not.
Left wing. Right?
I play for sure. I grew up playing, and I haven't played seriously for a couple of years or whatever, but still play pickup here and there.
Yeah, I play as much as I can. Robbie from Godsmack, he's played with us about, I think, 9 or 10 times when he's come through to try to go pick him up. And then the Theory of a Dead Man guys are always threatening to play.
Oh, yeah.
But they haven't strapped up the skates yet. But when was the last time you played?
Last time I played was probably 2 years ago, actually, two winters ago. Like not this past, but the one before, in Minnesota. I lived in Minnesota for a while, and I was playing, Wednesday night thing there. But, yeah.
Gotcha, yeah, because I played like 4 or 5 times a week, and then all of a sudden it just stopped, and now I haven't played in almost, I think, 7 weeks or something. So it's
right.
It's crazy. But what else do you miss from being out there on tour? And I mean, obviously your bandmates and stuff. But what other kind of things do people that are watching from all around the world right now? I mean, explain to them like what it's like to just be holed up and not be able to play and see your friends in your band.
Yeah, well, I think we kind of touched on it earlier. Like, we just put out a record, and usually, I mean, it's always been the case. You put out a record, and you get on the road, and you tour, and you play. You tour constantly for at least a year or something. And it's doing that, we get to meet new people and fans, and kind of see see the reaction in real life, to the new record, new songs, and that sort of thing. And it is pretty tough not having that. I mean, we get a lot of comments and stuff on different posts and live things, but there's nothing like meeting people, talk to them, and hearing what certain songs mean to them. So I think it's just that connecting on an actual real life.
Yeah. Is there a small part of you that maybe is like I don't know, content just being at home right now, because your life is kind of cyclical in a way where you guys record a record, go tour, record a record, tour. Is there like a little part of you right now that's like, this is kind of nice just staying at home and chilling out? Yeah,
absolutely. When we get going, it's go, and it's nonstop. And I have a 2.5-year-old son, and I've never been on tour since he's been born. Like over the last couple of years, I haven't gone out. So I'm really trying to take in the home life right now, and just go all in on that, and just spend some quality time, because I know it'll pick up sometime here shortly, and it'll be pretty busy, and that's going to be tough for sure.
Now, you guys were supposed to be on tour right now with Alter Bridge, but I thought that Stain was supposed to play some dates. Did you guys have this all mapped out where Stain could do some dates and Mike could go off and play with them, and you guys are going to be touring? How did that work?
Well, yeah, I mean, we had an idea that Stain was going to be doing some shows. So we have somebody in mind to fill in for him if some of those dates crossed over. So there were a few dates I think for this Alter Bridge run that would have conflicted. So yeah, we have somebody else that's kind of waiting in the wings just in case Mike isn't able to do it. But now that this happened, it seems like everything's up in the air, and tours are tours are rescheduled left, right, and center, and have no idea what's going to happen when we get back. But Mike and I have always talked about that. There's always been a possibility that Stain will do some shows, and I mean, I'm super stoked to see Stain back. I haven't been to a show yet. I want to see him. So yeah, we kind of planned on it. We kind of had a feeling it would happen eventually.
Yeah, I think one of the shows they were supposed to do was at Sonic Temple, which used to be Rock and the Range, which I think is the first place I saw you guys play.
Yeah, that's right.
Was that one of your first? Was that one of your first gigs?
It was our very first one. Yeah. Yeah,
it's crazy. That was 2015.
Yeah, 2015. Our first show. We were a surprise guest or whatever, and yeah, it was pretty awesome, man. That was a cool day. It was a whirlwind for sure. We didn't know what was going on.
You did some cover songs that day, right? I mean, you did some 3 Days Grace. Did you do Mud Shovel?
Yeah, I think we did do Mud Shovel, and probably I Hate Everything About You, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think at that time, I mean, we just had the first record. We had one single on the radio, and it was, we definitely wanted to let people know who we were, in a sense, so it kind of made sense to throw those couple songs in, and we still do one or two the odd time. I don't think we'll be doing any Stained anytime soon, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I was back in the media tent and I heard it from the stage, and I was like, what is going on here? And it was that was a surprise for sure. Yeah,
no, it was fun. It was fun doing that. Yeah, I mean, I love Stained was a big influence on me, which is kind of crazy, to think about it now. But yeah, it was fun to play those songs. We started covering For You, and that's one of my favorite Stain tunes. So it's cool to sing it.
Hey, real fast before we wrap things up here with you, a couple Canadian bands that influenced you growing up. So I'm just going to throw out a couple. Like for me, I loved, obviously, Kim Mitchell, Max Webster, the whole thing. Bands like Coney Hatch. I mean, that song Monkey Bars was just an awesome song. I'm friends with the Killer Dwarf guys. So what kind of Canadian bands influenced you guys growing up?
You know what? For me, probably the biggest influence was the Tragically Hip. They were definitely, I think, my two favorite bands growing up. It was like Pearl Jam and the Tragically Hip. I just listened to them just nonstop. So definitely the Hip, but growing up, you listen to the radio here, and there's tons of Triumph and obviously tons of Rush.
Right.
And we used to play Monkey Bars when 3 Days was a cover band. Before we were 3 Days Grace, we were called the Jupiter Effect, and we were a cover band that used to go up to little cottage countries and play Friday, Saturday nights and just do all covers, and we used to cover Monkey Bars.
What a great song.
Yeah, it's awesome. I still know how to play it. I don't know why, but it's always just stuck in my head. Like if I pick up a guitar, I can play it. It's but there's David Wilcox was a big one too here. He, great songwriter, great player. There's so many. Lots of influences, a lot of classic stuff for sure.
Did you ever get a chance to meet Gord?
Yeah, actually, I met Gord when I was younger. I was actually in one of their videos. It was just a crowd shot, the front of a stage. Music at Work was the song, and Gord falls into the crowd or whatever. And I was right there, but that was years ago. But I actually met him at the Juno Awards. We had a Juno Awards dinner, and the Tragically Hip were right beside us at a table, and I was just frozen with fear. I think I was white as a ghost. I just wanted to say hi to it. And I did, eventually, and it was really cool. And that was the only time. And I really, I really wish I had been able to, work with them on some level or collaborate, on something would have been amazing. But yeah.
Yeah, maybe you guys can cover some sort of like a deeper, tragically hip song for your next record or something. But yeah, with Gord, it's kind of funny because you know, when he are you still there, Adam? You still there?
I'm still here. Yeah.
Getting the little bit of the buffering. Yeah, a little bit of buffering. But real fast, I was going to say when you know when Gord Downie took the stage for the last time at that show in his hometown of Kingston, Ontario.
Yeah,
that was it, man, and it was so moving. And you know, bands will go on final tours, this and everything, but they had a true final tour, and he went out the right way. And it's like you know, it's just so inspiring and sad at the same time, you know.
Absolutely. I went to the show, the first show in Toronto on that final tour, and it was it was like nothing I'd ever been to. You know, it's crazy. The standing ovations, and I mean the standing ovation they had. I think they had 5 of them. You know, Gord had 5 of them, wow. And they lasted super long. It was crazy show. Pretty amazing that they were able to do that. Go out, like you said, go out on their own terms, kind of thing. You know, pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Well, we're getting a little bit of buffering here, Adam, and we've taken up enough of your time. But good luck and everything. Flawed Design, of course, is out. You guys doing this virtual tour around, and who knows? Maybe we'll see some hockey coming back somewhere sooner rather than later, and tours. And you know, we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed about that.
For sure, man. Hope so.